So, g'day to anyone who's watching the video, if you've managed to make it this far. Today I'm going to just ride around, have fun, and just concentrate for a sec here. Things going on that could be potentially dangerous. So I'm watching the truck. You can go. Alright. Beautiful day today. So I might go down towards the lake and see how many people are walking around and why. So, what have I been up to in the last few days? Well, I was thinking about getting another computer because these videos that I'm making are processing a bit slowly on the old computer, and so I thought, well, I'll give it a go on the laptop and see how that goes, because that's a brand new laptop, and basically it processes very fast. So I don't need to get another computer, I can just use the laptop. And I'll give it a go today, and actually yesterday I gave it a go. Very fast for processing videos, and I put Condor on there, but I still haven't got the full Condor on there. I've got to get a few other things on before I can start flying again. And it seems to handle it okay, so looks like I'll be flying again. It's got a lane here I've got to turn off in, and I've got 40 k's. So yeah, get your merge going nice and quickly there. So there's a lot of clouds around to get today. It's perfect gliding weather. Unbelievable gliding weather actually. There'd be a lot of lift under them. So usually when you get this sort of clouds like that, you're coming up to some sort of rain later on, so see what happens. So, you know, this is the 15th video, and so I'm not going to kind of mention everything anymore, because if you haven't got it by the 14th video, you probably not understand how I'm riding. It's pretty simple, and seems to work, seems to keep me safe. You know, just anticipating what's coming up, like the car on the left that could come down that road on the left. Just always have a little bit of a look into areas like that, especially if they're coming down a hill. If they're coming down a hill, they're going to be moving, and hard for them to stop because of the hill, so they might be tempted to go straight through. Feels good on the bike. I don't know what it is about riding a motorbike, but it just feels so much better than driving a car. Now this bike, you sit in it Oh, cops, what are they doing here? Gee, pretty young, some of them. Yeah, I bet you the cops must be glad that they don't have to look around for people being, you know, got to have 4 reasons to be away from home and all that sort of stuff. I bet you they're glad that's over, because I don't think they would have wanted to do that. Now, really, it's only the threat of losing their job if they don't do it. But you know, that's where the public should employ the cops in the local area. I think America does that, doesn't it? So I think they do. And I mean, that kind of makes sense. If you could sack the cops that are around town, if they weren't sort of doing what you want them to do, because then you could make those sort of decisions locally. Be far better. Oh, a lovely day. What am I going to do? Is there anything else I can teach anyone? Alright, coming up this intersection, I don't really want to be in the left lane. I'll go to the right. I've got to watch the brown car, he doesn't come out. Got my foot on the back brake. So it worked out alright. I was also watching the guy on my right too. Oh, I haven't checked the lake out. Actually, what I'll do is I'll do a 360 and I'll go past the lake and see how many people are walking and why. And whether they've got masks on too. Because actually I am interested to see if they've got a mask on. Just to see whether they are obeying or they've got rebellious yet. So yeah, I could be getting back into flying Condor, the flight simulator. Starting to feel like it. Oh, I wonder whether I'm fruit speeding. No, I'm not. Lucky. There's a cop back there. Now, what do they do? Lots of people? Yeah. Fair few. Yeah. Alright, I still don't know why though. Oh, that's it? Yeah, because there's nothing else to do. Got it. Took a while, but yeah, I got it now. Oh, now. Talk about this bike a little bit more. Enjoying it, and I've thought about getting rid of it. I've been a little bit hard on this bike. It's actually just a very nice bike. It's got all the things actually that you like in a BM if you like BMs. Like I like that engine, the noise it makes. It just, to me, it doesn't make me want to do 200 kilometers per hour or anything. Even though I think I can do well over 200 kilometers per hour. Just, you feel comfortable doing the speed limit, no problem. But as for the weight of it, I'm getting used to it now. Could have been a bit weak. I've got to be careful now. Driving instructor. Gonna go green in about now. So as I said, yeah, I got used to the bike, and I think it's a really nice blend between a bike that you can really go like stink on, and a bike that's more laid back and easy to ride. So it's got to be a fantastic touring bike. Might just go, let's go to Axedale, let's go to Heathcote or something. I'm not sure, I think it's out this way, so we'll just go out there and see what we run into. Town-wise, not vehicles. Flick it down a gear, back brake. Off the back brake. Now I was talking about if I was changing lanes out here the other day, if I was in the right lane, you'd indicate after you get past the intersection. Just bring that back into your mind, but also bring into your mind that the visibility on these streets here isn't really good. I'm allowed to do 70 here, but you know, if you're just sort of not feeling like really super switched on, it's not a bad idea to cut it back by about 10 k's until you're starting to feel really switched on. And like I said, I'm watching the grey car, and he's about to go. I think he started rolling. He saw the bike. Good on him. He likes bike riders. That's brilliant. I give him a thumbs up. Let him know I noticed that he noticed me, and that I noticed that he noticing me. Yeah, I'm feeling in a bit of a funny mood today. I'm feeling in a happy mood. I don't like confusing people. I love that. So I've got cameras here, so I'll make sure I'm not... Okay, I'm definitely not speeding. Now this bike is so damn capable that it's really hard to make it, I don't know, I'm going to say to make it feel interesting, but when you're not battling to make the thing do what you want it to do, it's not so much boring, but it's just, you wonder whether you're pushing it hard enough. So, you know, in corners and stuff, it just handles it so damn well. So this little trip to Heathcote should be damn easy for it. I might just head left after that. There's a nice, I think there's a bit of a tight road out there. Might be a few roos in that. I'll see. Could always head in towards Melbourne, get on a freeway or something down there, see what's going on. Hopefully they don't try and stop me going towards Melbourne. I'm not allowed to go in Melbourne, I don't think, but it's really confusing. Another motorcyclist. Alright, 80 k's. I've been, you know, the car's in the shed, and I've been riding the bike every day. So I'm getting my body adjusted to riding the bike every day. Got to get those lower back muscles working properly. So this video is, from the beginning to the end, is probably going to be about an hour or so. I wish the batteries went longer actually, because I would definitely make videos that went longer. And maybe I'll get into that when I'm riding on some of these back roads up towards Jameson and that. So I'll let you know when we go to 100 k's, and you know, you can see for yourself how stable the bloody thing is. It's incredibly stable. It gives me a lot of confidence knowing I've got ABS too, because sometimes, you know, I might not be on the ball as much as I normally am, and might have to grab some brakes, and it's really nice to know that the front wheel's not going to lock up. But I still like to use my own braking ability before the ABS cuts in, because that's the way I've been riding for years. It's about 100 now. I think I'm going into a bit of a headwind, so I'm not sure how much wind that is coming through, but I'm pretty sure from past videos that you can hear me voice pretty easily. So there's things I do too when I'm riding along like this that kind of like, it's more advanced, but it's not to do so much with roadcraft but safety. Just put the brakes on here, so I'll just slow down and go down a gear. So always, like I say, match speed. I don't know why you put the brakes on there. You might be looking for somewhere because you're still going a little bit under 100 k's. So, and I'm getting tailgated now, so it's not my imagination that the speed's come back. So I'm guessing he's looking for a turn off somewhere here. Just be patient, not try and pass him. You start trying to pass people when you notice they slow down like that. That's when they'll turn on you. Not that they're against you, I mean they'll turn as in just making a turn, not turn on you. Yeah, I'm kidding around. I know, I'm not funny. Anyway, I try. So, a bit of smoke up here somewhere. So another reason to move out away from the traffic is, you know, sometimes trucks and cars have got objects being passed. Trucks and cars have got objects on the roof, and when they go past you on the opposite side of the road, if something was to come off, like an iron bar or a piece of wood, anything, at 100 k's, and it hits you, you're going to be seriously, I mean, you're going to be seriously in trouble. So getting out away from them is a great idea. Oh, some of them have iron bars hanging out the side. I've seen that before. So if you hit you, it'd bloody just cut you in half. So I'm going to go as far as I can before the video cuts out. I'm not going to bother coming back. So we're going to I don't know, try and find some twisty roads if it's possible. I'd like to go over towards Jameson today, that'd be great. And I could go over there, have a bit of a ride on some of those twisty roads, and then I could, when I've seen what it's like over there, I might do a video over there, you know, get an extra battery or something, and do the whole thing, go across there, because that's where I reckon you know, when I went out there 20 odd years ago, all the dirt roads that were out there, that was absolutely brilliant. I learnt more about riding on those roads than I learnt anywhere else. You don't learn anything just riding along on a bitumen like this. You know, the bike basically rides itself. It's pretty damn easy. Even the corners, you know, the corners are not really corners until you get to the really tight, twisty, mountainous corners, and then you start to see what it's like to have to know what gear you're in and that sort of thing. At the moment, I don't even need to know what gear I'm in. I'm in 5th gear. That's a good thing about this bike. I can always just look at the dash if I don't know. So I could probably just go to 6th gear and, yeah, and quieten it down a little bit. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do today, but you're not going to get a chance to see that, because there's no way. I've only got an hour's worth of video, and it's going to cut out well before then. I think it's 2 hours to get across that way. So I'm starting to, because I'm riding the bike every day now, I'm starting to get a bit more adventurous on where I'm going to go. So it's kind of like I bought a bike that's sort of well above what I was doing, so it's only riding around town. And now I'm going to start getting into the touring sort of thing. And I don't think the Victorian border's open yet, so I can't go into New South Wales. But there's plenty of places in Victoria I could go to, except Melbourne. You know, I could go across to Halls Gap. I could do part of the Great Ocean Road. That's good. But some of these places I might have to stay overnight somewhere. So that's a kangaroo that just got splattered on the road back there. So we're coming down to Heathcote now. I've got to get back down to 60 k's. And we're at 60 k's now. 60 k's around town, 4th gear probably, or 3rd gear is good. Oh, I mean Axedale. Sorry about that. Axedale. Talking about Heathcote. What the hell? 40k zone. Gotta say, Axedale's a nice place. Ah, it's a scooter, and so is this one. Don't know what it is about scooters that don't quite look as stable. I remember when I was younger, coming out on the other side of Axedale here, there's a little bit of a corner, a couple of corners. I used to really go for it, but it's just not enough for me now. It's just, the 250 used to be kind of flat stick going through there. Now, like I said, this bike's too damn good. So I'll go 80k's now. And we go up to 100 up here. I use the line here, the white line, to sort of tell me how I'm cornering. You sit close to it, it'll tell you whether you're starting to drift out a bit. See a few bumps like that. Just let yourself drift out beyond them. Don't go through them. Stuff your corner up. When you see the merge right there, which I do now, start doing your mirror checks nice and early. Get yourself changed early. So much more relaxing to ride that way. Now, car's coming, so to get out to the left, you're away from them. If I come off now, I'd just go over in the grass there. Watch this car here. Speed up a little bit. So I get there before he does to that corner. He was a bit of a... he was in a car where he could quite easily be the sort of person who was going to cut that corner and go flying in there at 100 k's. Kind of judge on what sort of car they got as well, but I sort of saw he was moving along pretty quickly. Anyway, didn't happen. Sped up. Speeding up there was better because I had plenty more power on tap, so I could quite easily get there to the corner well before he did. So right out away from the truck. All sorts of things can fall off trucks. You'll see, you might see it bounce along the road a little bit. Don't just think it's a rock or something. Think it's something that's going to hurt you. Even if it's just a rock, it'll still hurt you. I've got a vehicle getting close to me now. Got to be ready to give him room if he wants to pass. He shouldn't want to do it till after the crest sometime. So I don't know whether you can see or not, but I've got a phone on me, that little phone holder there in the front on the bike, and it's a new phone I got in the last week, and it's a Galaxy S20 Ultra, and I've nearly transferred all my apps across. I've got to have a look at that soon, make sure I haven't forgotten any. As soon as I have done that, I'll probably reformat my old phone, and so just by instinct get across to the left there. And anyway, I've only had it for not even a week yet. I've got to do a little bit of a review on it, eh? So I'm not going to put a picture of the Galaxy S20 on the screen. You can Google it, or bloody get on YouTube and have a bloody look. Stop being lazy. And anyway, it's a pretty good phone. It's nice and fast. But the jump between, I had a Pixel 2, and the jump between a Pixel 2 and a S20 is a good jump, but it's not like before that I was on a really bad phone, like a really cheap phone that only barely did things. So going to a Pixel 2 was great. It was a huge jump. But going from a Pixel 2 to an S20, it's a good jump too. It's a sizable jump. It feels really good. Mainly your speed. Speed's fantastic. Scrolling, everything's fantastic, really. And the time it takes you to adapt to slightly different way the phone does things, it doesn't take that long at all, and it's very, very intuitive. That's it. So I'm enjoying the phone, and the good thing is there's no drama with it. It's a bit like this bike. It's so good you just don't think about it anymore. You're not getting annoyed at it all the time, so you're not thinking, oh well, this part of it could be better, or whatever. It's just a non-annoying phone. And that's what I like. I like vehicles that are like that, and I like phones that are like that. Any bit of my equipment I like to be low stress and do what it should do. It definitely is. So there's my review on the S20. It's worth getting for sure. I know there's going to be other things that'll come up that I haven't learnt about yet, but the good thing is you can get into it pretty quickly, and you don't have to adapt much before you're kind of using about 80–90% of the phone. I might actually stop in a sec and program the phone to take me to Jameson, I think. So I need somewhere to pull up pretty soon. So that little bit on the left there, in theory I could pull up there, but I really wouldn't want to. So I mean, again, for learner riders and stuff like that, don't do that. You're too close to the traffic. You know, wait till it widens out a bit, find a spot to pull over. It's incredibly important. You're putting yourself in big risk to pull over. I've got a vehicle following me as well. So, I mean, up here it could be good. See that bit of dirt up there on the left before the blue sign? Well, that's a road. Actually, I won't pull up there. I could do, though. There's a spot there that I could have. I'm not sure. Heathcote can't be that far away. I might just stop in Heathcote and give it a go there. Might need to get some fuel too. I've gone out without any fuel. I've only got a little bit left, but I think I don't want to wait until I'm in Jameson to get me fuel, because I seem to remember last time, and this was 20 years ago, there was hardly any fuel out that way. So I'm just getting, and if it happens to be fuel in Jameson, I'll get it there as well. Because actually we wouldn't need to. This bike's pretty good on fuel. It's starting to get a little bit cool around here. That's nice. So watch it when you go around corners, when you've got the wind blowing. The wind's blowing me, when I was going around the corner just before, it's kind of like a side wind pushing me the other way. So it's pushing me onto the other side of the road. So that can be a trap for learners. Come flying around a corner and then suddenly you find that you feel like you're being pushed onto the other side of the road. So once you recognise that, change your line and get more left. And just be aware that you're going to suddenly get pushed if there's a gust of wind. Now this bike, pretty heavy, so it doesn't push this bike a lot, but on a 250 it definitely would, or a bike that doesn't weigh as much. So normally I get a fuel warning on this bike. The fuel thing on the left hand part of the dash starts flashing, and I've got probably 50 k's before I run out, at least. I'm not sure, actually, never run it out, but I can see it's down pretty low at the moment, so I'll stop in the servo and get some fuel. Just got to remember to put my mask on. I get my GPS sorted out on the phone to take me to Jameson. It'd be nice not having to navigate. In the old days, just had to have maps or know the way. So, cornering technique. Now, young riders, problem with being young, everybody will tell you about how to ride, and a lot of them will talk about leaning the bike over and all this sort of stuff. I've mentioned that sort of stuff before. On these sort of corners, you don't have to really do much. You kind of stay up, keep your bike upright, and kind of you stay upright, like this corner here. It's not even a corner. It's just like you're barely cornering. Same with most corners on bikes. It's only the mountainous corners that really start testing you out, and then you don't lean it anyway. If you've got to lean beyond a certain angle, you're going too fast. And you're looking to come off, because coming off will be about your lean angle. It's not so much when your tyres lose traction, it's actually to do with hitting a bump in the middle of the corner. So I mean, ultimately that may cause you to lose traction anyway, but it's basically just knocks you off your line. And they're not race corners, so there's plenty of bumps, and they're usually in the most inconvenient place. So your cornering has to be no more than a certain lean angle, and I've got my lean angle's hardly anything, and I still go pretty damn fast. Hang on, back to 80 k's. I think I'll get me fuel and then I'll adjust the GPS. This is going to be a big ride for me today. So it's going to be a good test for just me and the bike. If I can get over this ride in a few days, that'll mean my back's going to repair a lot. But watch out for this car here. Oh no, that's good. I thought there was a turn lane up ahead, but that's an entrance lane. So back a few gears. And we're... oh, fucking truck got me in the face with something. It was like water. I thought it was something else, but it wasn't. I wonder whether that came from the sky. Ah, it did. It was actually rain. I thought the truck got me. That's stupid, isn't it? Why would a truck just splash water on you? It wouldn't. But would I think about the sky? No. Yeah, okay. A little bit of rain. By the time I get over there, it might be pissing down. Aha, servo coming up. Alright, so I've got to get over there and get some fuel. We'll go around this way. Where's the fuel? Unleaded. Unleaded. 98 octane. That'll do. So, with a bit of luck, I'll be able to hear it tell me which roads to take. It's going to be a test. Slow down a bit. Be careful. Raining. I can't hear the GPS saying nothing. So I could end up anywhere. That's alright. Part of the adventure. Let's see whether my navigation skills will get me there. Okay, I think I just remembered that I've got to go through Kilmore to get to Jameson. I get to Kilmore and I think I could just go straight ahead, and then it sends me out Whoop Whoop. So I've got plenty of fuel now. Always feels good when you've got a tank full of fuel. So, right, you come up on something like this where you're going to have to pass it, and don't be indecisive, like when I say that. You know you're going to have to pass it because you're going to cause people to get banked up behind you. So the first overtaking lane we get to, we're going to pass, or we're going to have a little look out here, and there's no chance of doing it yet. I'm blind there, I can't see around the corner. Also illegal because the white line's on this side, the double white line on the other, or the broken one. Double white lines now. Overtaking coming up, I just saw the sign. So you watch this thing go when it's time to overtake. It's really got some power. So you get back a little bit and then gradually creep up. Hopefully get the overtaking lane soon. Don't lose too much distance on it. Car behind me will be wanting to pass too, so if I leave too much room, makes it hard for him. So I'm in 6th gear, but this thing's got a lot of power even in 6th gear, so I should be able to overtake it, no problem. I can see the sign now, so just make sure okay, it's 2 k's ahead, so I can relax. Moved out wide for that truck. So 2 k's won't take long. Talking about 2 minutes, probably, roughly. I'll have a little look out, see whether I can spot it yet. Not yet. So I can overtake here, but I'm not going to. I'll wait for the overtaking line. Mainly because there's a dip coming up, and that could hide a car quite easily. The overtaking lane's got to be really close now. I can see the sign. Keep back a little bit. Should move over a bit now. Move out for the truck. And it can go now. And back we go. That's it. Nice and easy. I'll let this guy pass me too. Just gave him a signal on me brake there. Let him know he could go past. Get back in the right lane, nice and easy. That's it, all done. I saw what sort of power it had going up the hill. Pretty damn good. Well, it's nice not to have to gear back to go up the hill and pass.